The per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, known simply as PFAS, are likely flowing through your veins right now. Chemicals designed by industry, not by nature, engineered to persist in your body for decades. They coat your pizzas, waterproof your shoes, and repel stains from your living room sofa, all while defying nature's most fundamental laws of decomposition. This investigation will peel back the glossy, water-repellent surface of your daily life to expose the precise chemical process that embeds these forever chemicals into your very biology. You will understand how that seemingly harmless fast food wrapper or the convenient non-stick pan introduced molecules into your system that regulatory bodies in the UK and US have struggled to control, creating a silent, widespread exposure in products you once trusted implicitly. For decades, we've been told that certain properties in our household items are desirable, even essential. A carpet that shrugs off spills, a frying pan where nothing ever sticks, food packaging that prevents grease from seeping through. What we were not told was the cost. These conveniences are achieved by a unique chemical bond, a carbon-fluorine bond, one of the strongest in organic chemistry. Imagine a microscopic shield, incredibly stable, almost indestructible. This molecular armor is why PFAS repel oil and water so effectively. When you use that non-stick pan, small particles, invisible to the naked eye, can flake off, especially if the pan is scratched or overheated. When you pick up a warm burrito wrapped in grease-resistant paper, trace amounts of these chemicals can leach directly into your food and then into you. Our bodies, designed to break down and eliminate substances, simply cannot contend with this bond. It is like trying to dismantle a diamond with your bare hands. The molecules are too stable, too persistent. They accumulate, building up over time in your bloodstream, liver, and kidneys. Think of it not as a fleeting encounter, but as a permanent resident taking up lodging inside your cells. The subtle fatigue you might experience, the unexplained weight changes, the quiet hum of your body's systems struggling, these are precisely the kinds of insidious, non-specific symptoms that make it nearly impossible for most people to connect the discomfort they feel to the seemingly innocuous products they interact with every day. The science confirms this slow accumulation. A study led by Grandjean and colleagues, published in 2015, tracked PFAS levels in children and found that these compounds, once absorbed, exhibit an exceptionally long half-life in humans, meaning they remain in the body for many years, continuously exerting their influence. We are absorbing them faster than our bodies can even attempt to expel them. This inherent stability, so prized by industry, is the very characteristic that makes PFAS a profound human health concern. For years, the official stance from manufacturers was that these chemicals, due to their stability, simply pass through the body, inert and harmless. They promised safety. But what if the very trait they marketed as a benefit was actually the mechanism of harm? What if persistence is the problem? This scientific reframe flips their safety claim on its head. The persistent presence of PFAS inside you doesn't mean inertness, it means constant exposure at a cellular level. Consider the trajectory. A single molecule, consumed inadvertently, settles in your tissues, then another, and another. Soon, what was an isolated incident becomes a pervasive internal contamination. This accumulation has direct, measurable consequences. The most critical documented health consequence of this prolonged exposure is the disruption of your endocrine system and the insidious assault on your liver. Before widespread exposure to these compounds, healthy liver function was the norm, with vital enzymes maintaining metabolic balance. Now, with PFAS accumulation, studies show measurable changes. Your liver, a critical detoxification organ, struggles under this chemical burden. The results are stark. Elevated cholesterol levels, a silent precursor to cardiovascular issues, are directly linked to these chemicals. Your body's natural ability to regulate fats is subtly but significantly compromised. One landmark investigation by Steenland and colleagues, published in 2010, meticulously detailed how increasing levels of PFOA, a specific type of PFAS, in human populations correlated with a substantial rise in total cholesterol and LDL, or bad cholesterol. Imagine your internal chemistry, once a finely tuned orchestra, now playing out of sync, its rhythm disturbed by uninvited chemical guests. This isn't just a slight deviation, it is a systemic reprogramming. Furthermore, the evidence points to an increased risk of kidney and testicular cancers, effects not visible or felt until years, even decades after initial exposure. Regulators, for their part, have known about these dangers for a shockingly long time. Internal documents uncovered through legal battles reveal that major manufacturers were aware of the bioaccumulation and toxicity of these compounds as far back as the 1970s. They conducted their own studies, observed health impacts in their workers, and yet the public remained largely in the dark. The gap between what was documented internally and what was publicly disclosed is not merely wide, it is a chasm carved by corporate interest. This isn't theoretical chemistry. This is a quiet betrayal of public trust, leading to widespread contamination that could alter the health trajectory of millions of people who simply trusted a product label. The good news is that you possess the power to significantly reduce your exposure, beginning today. Your home, your kitchen, your wardrobe, these are your immediate zones of control. First, take a critical look at your cookware. Those convenient non-stick pots and pans are often coated with PFAS chemicals, most notably PTFE, which can degrade and leach, especially when scratched or heated to high temperatures. You need to replace them. Shift to alternatives made from cast iron, which, when properly seasoned, offers excellent non-stick properties without the chemical burden. High-quality stainless steel or ceramic options are also superior choices for most cooking tasks. This single change alone removes a significant daily source of potential ingestion. Second, reevaluate your soft furnishings and clothing choices. Stain-resistant carpets, furniture, and even some apparel are treated with PFAS to repel liquids. While effective, this treatment means constant low-level off-gassing into your indoor air and direct contact with your skin. Choose natural fibers like cotton, wool, or linen that are untreated. When buying new furniture or carpets, explicitly ask vendors if they use stain-resistant treatments, and if so, what chemicals are involved. Prioritize products that specifically state PFAS-free or fluorine-free. This change requires a shift in mindset from absolute convenience to conscious material selection. Third, become acutely aware of your food packaging. Those grease-resistant pizza boxes, sandwich wrappers, and microwave popcorn bags often contain PFAS to prevent oil and moisture from soaking through. This is a subtle but persistent exposure pathway, as the chemicals can transfer directly to your food, especially with heat or extended contact. Opt for fresh, unpackaged foods whenever possible. When ordering takeout, ask if they use PFAS-free packaging, or transfer your food to your own dishes immediately upon arrival. For microwave popcorn, choose air-popped kernels in a ceramic bowl instead of packaged bags. Every meal can be an act of investigation and protection. Now, as you look around your home, you will see it differently. That water-repellent jacket no longer signifies just protection from the rain, it represents a chemical barrier that could be impacting your body. That effortless slide of an egg across your frying pan will now carry with it the knowledge of the invisible molecular bonds that make it possible, and what those bonds do inside you. You are no longer just a consumer, you are an informed investigator, equipped with the knowledge to scrutinize every label, question every convenience, and safeguard your inner environment. Your shopping cart will become a strategic tool, filled with choices that reflect this newfound understanding. We have just pulled back the curtain on the silent, persistent presence of forever chemicals in your daily life, exposing how they bypass weak regulations and accumulate within you. But this is just one case file in a much larger investigation. There are other hidden elements, other everyday products, lurking in plain sight, engineered with unseen consequences. Continue this journey with us. Subscribe to Poisoned World and hit the bell, because the next truth we uncover will change how you view something you touch every single day.